Hey everybody, it's Binja the Body Whisperer here. How's it going? Just gonna do my workout for the day. This is day 17 of 30. So we're moving on into the second half of the goal. And what I'm starting to feel now, and this is just from I've been pretty diligent about working out my glutes, trying to get into my hip flexors. I try and work on getting into even into these muscles, into my kind of stretching, and I'll do that as part of the workout by doing Cobra, downward dog, getting some of that flexibility back, and also working out my hip flexors here in the front, my little these little guys. So what I've been finding is that when I'm waking up in the morning, I'm less stiff. It's still in there, but it's significantly reduced. So I'm gonna just keep doing that as diligently as I can. The other thing that's starting to happen is I'm starting to feel more energy. I'm starting to feel more when I think about doing this workout, and I'm gonna do T push-ups. Like today, I kind of wanna, because I'm pretty warm. I've done some walking today, so what I'm gonna probably do T push-ups. I'll probably do split jumps, because that's a great way to get your heart rate up, and I'm starting to feel like I want to work out a little bit more. My body is getting ready. It's primed, ready to put some energy into it. So that's what I'm planning on doing today. So with that, I'm just gonna get started. So starting my timer. So I'm gonna just start off with T push-ups. Two, one. All right, that's feeling pretty good. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot more connection with those muscles. Now I'm gonna do split jumps. And this one's fairly advanced, depending on how you do it. The more height you get, the harder it is. The more height with the more deep you go, the harder it is. The faster you go with height and depth, the harder it is. But if you just wanted to, just do more of a faster lunge, that's possible. You can also just kind of almost turn it into a jog in place. But I like the depth. Take your time going into if you need to take a break, like I'm doing right now, and then get back into it. You're gonna build up. We're building up toward it. All right, good. And you know what I might add in here? I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna, is mountain climber. So this will be my first time doing mountain climber. So what you wanna do is take the knee up to the elbow and then back down. Knee up to the elbow and back down. Just take your time with this. So you're holding a plank if you can. But again, take your time. If you need to take a break, you can go into downward dog or to child's pose and then get back to it once you feel ready. And again, the faster you go with this, but you still have, take a quick break, stretch out those abs. All right, take a break. We're gonna do inchworm. And you know this. Going out, holding. Going out, holding. Going out, holding. Okay, take a break. That was inchworm. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a squat. Open up those hips, hip opener. All right, roll it up. Okay. So now we're going to do Cobra. 3, 2, 1. So going into a position, we're going to drop down, chaturanga. And we're just going to start off, actually the first one, just using the back, using the lower back. Squeezing the butt cheeks together, hands off the ground, holding it, keep holding it, keep holding it, and relax. And then we're gonna just go down into a downward dog, just to stretch that out the opposite way. And we're gonna go back down. This time we're gonna go into a full cobra. Going down into a downward dog and straighten it out. Finish off into a baby cobra. And that's it. Go into child's pose. And now we're going to go to do the opposite. So we're going to go to, actually no, we'll do high knee. Kind of change it up. Then we'll do downward dog. Put something in between it. And one of the things that I'm always amazed about, even when I was in Dubai or here, or anywhere, but construction sites. When you look at a construction site, it's weird. Like if you were to just watch it every day, it would seem like nothing was happening because it's just it's such a slow process, but if you go away, you come back and you're like, whoa, holy cow, they got a lot of work done on that, right? But it's a process. You got to start with the ground floor. You know, same as when I talk about my pyramid analogy, and I think that's a great analogy for working out, is developing your flexibility, your mobility, maintaining that. And then finding a diet that works for you. Take a break. That's your base of the pyramid. And if you want to go further up, you can do more different workouts that are a little more advanced, and more advanced diets. And then it just keeps going up and up. And only like elite go all the way to the top. But for most people, as long as you have a good base, when you pop into that next round and the next round, you're doing pretty good, right? Because what are you really needing to work out for? Unless you're competing. And I would even say, if you're competing, there's two ways of looking at that. You could be competing just for your own personal competition, and then that's up to you. You know, you have to make that judgment call. But if you're not competing, I think the better competition would be, how can you start to embrace monotony of just keeping it simple, right? Show up every day, do something, walk. Yeah, that's it for downward dog. I'm gonna grab the TheraBands. Show up every day. Do that little bit. Just show up, do the 12 minutes. Do your 30-minute walk in the sun, the rain, the snow. Just always show up and do that workout. Look at your diet. Simplify it. Get what you need to get, but then simplify it most of the time, and then enjoy, you know, your treat days, if you decide to have those, right? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, it all depends on what your goals are. Again, if you get to a point where you're like, you know, I'm at a good body weight, I feel good, I'm doing this. Well, I do 3 days of kind of one fun meal all 3 days, you know. And if you can stick to that, then great. But if you're the type of person just is like, okay, I just do one full-on day of just whatever I want, and that works for me, great. 2, great. No days, great. Just find what works for you. I'm gonna do twist now. Two, 1. This is the last one. This has been a pretty good one. I really like this workout today. I'm feeling pretty good in the sense of like, I could do more, but I'm just gonna keep doing this, and when that time comes, my hope is give this another 15 days or whatever it is now, 14. By the time that 14 days comes, my hope is that I'll have my mobility, my hips, my tightness in my lower back, which has been bothering me for quite some time, more than a year now. Can I, you know, get that back and start to do some of the more advanced movements, which are when I say advanced, actually the basic movements: squat, deadlift, maybe like cleans, but some of our shoulder presses, some of those big muscle group pull-ups, things like that. So look at the big muscle groups. So we're looking at chest, shoulders, back, legs, you know, hamstrings, quads. So looking at those basic movements, get back into that. And then if you want to start to refine, so be it. If you want to do more aesthetic things, that can be something you can move into. But so my thing is how I'm feeling. What am I feeling like? So that's it. Binja the Body Whisperer out. Keep moving, people.